to yet another Humdrum. Here's Molly.
Okay, thanks, Gavin. Good God, there was a little burst there. It's not Wembley coming back in, is it? Now listen, there's a lot of things to explain after the amazing weekend. First of all the things that were brought in for auction, and there were some incredible things brought in. I mean, there was this talisman stud donated this auction of a breed of Arabian colt that's worth at least $3,000. Now, obviously, we can't take that into a lounge room and auction it, so we're going to sort out a lot of these things to auction. There is yet another Beatles autograph, and this is on the program of 1964 when they came out here. So we've got two Beatles autographs, and I tell you what, they're as rare as hen's teeth, and they catch a fortune in the States. So there's a lot of money in there as well, and I mean, there's just so much stuff, and there's we've got paintings, these most amazing paintings, wonderful paintings. So I think when we organise this auction within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have one in an art gallery and one out at sort of some horse farm, and I mean, and just posters and memorabilia and whatever, you know. I thank you all for doing that, and you definitely will hear from us about when these auctions will happen. And anyone that offered their stuff to be auctioned and they haven't delivered it yet, Channel 7 in Sydney have offered to accept all of that. I'd like to thank the Commonwealth Bank. They have been absolutely amazing because they're accepting all the donations within the next month, and they'll send them to the Commonwealth Bank account in Canberra. TAA were just absolutely wonderful. It just goes on and on. I'd also like to say thanks to the Australian Film of Television School in Sydney here, because they provided staff and a hell of a lot of stuff, and a lot of students helped out, and a lot of voluntary workers helped out as well. But while I'm waffling on, let's go and have a look at the UK top 5 for this week, and we'll get back to this in a moment. At number 5 is Bruce Springsteen. Oh, the boss slaughtered him a couple of weeks ago. Oh dear. Kool The Gang, help me, Gavin. Cherish.
Well, let's get into number 3, huh?
Why not?
Yeah.
I wonder what it is, though.
Number 3 in the UK, you can do it.
No.
Because you love her.
Madonna, crazy for you, can't have it. What about her new hairstyle?
Yeah, she looks, I think she looks prettier.
I think she does too. There you go.
Harold, you give me the hard ones. Harold Faltermeyer, Axelette from Beverly Hills Cop at number 2 in the UK.
They're still number 1. Sister Sledge for the 3rd week in a row with Frankie. Great
It's a good song.
Certainly is, I tell you what. So there goes all of that. There's a couple of other things I'd like to thank. Shell Harbour's Workers Club down in Wollongong. They, in fact, raised $1,648, and that's fantastic for them down there. They're a really great nightclub. It's all new now, and it's just foreign like nothing on earth. What else is there? It really just goes on and on and on. And as I say, we thank every one of you for contributing. And it's just a weekend. I thought when I attended the USA for Africa, We Are the World recording, that was one of the highlights of my life in rock and roll. This weekend far exceeds all of that. All right, talking about the US though, let's have a look at the US top 5 for this week. Okay, number 5, the Eurythmics with Would I Lie to You? Would I lie to you, Gavin?
No, I don't think you would, Molly. You're honest and above board.
Bah. Right.
Hello.
Number 4. God, look, get out of here. What is this? I can't read that one.
Survivor, and the search is over.
It certainly is Survivor. Oh dear. Prince. Raspberry Beret. That's going to be a big one now that he's made the film clip, believe me. There he is, the master. Number 2, Phil Collins with
Susudio.
Oh, I've got that stuck in again.
Spit it out. Number 1.
Number 1, the boys that killed at the JFK Stadium with A View to Kill, Duran Duran. I tell you what, who was that guy that's the lead singer of Powerhouse? I mean, does anyone know?
Robert Palmer.
Certainly wasn't Robert Palmer unless he's lost weight. Well, there you go. Also, we'd like to thank where the Nerve Centre was in Sydney was a place called the Harbour Queen, right next to Luna Park. And we've all voted after this weekend. They were just so fantastic. And the catering staff there, they had to work all through the night and the next day. Just fantastic. And we think that the Harbour Queen now, because everyone else was calling it, we think they should rename it the African Queen. So why not? So well, let's see if that happens. But they certainly deserve it. And thank you very much, because it was just the ideal venue and everyone commented on it. All right, Walter, I know it's the Australian top 5 coming up. Let's go. The Models with...
Out of mind, out of sight.
That's right. Number 4, Do Re Mi with Man Overboard. Nearly went overboard a couple of times on the Queen. Uncanny X-Men with 50 Years. The Eurogliders, We Will Together. Thanks, Gracie, for coming in. And Ron. We're still heading for the #1 position on the national charts, but on Australian charts, mental as anything with Live It Up. Oh dear, look, I'll have to look down on my sheet here because I've lost the plot here. I know what we're going into now.
A hot one, Molly, a hot one.
It certainly is, and we'll race along into it. Let's go with it. I'm head over heels, and I'm head over heels with all of you, Australia. It's just been wonderful. Here it is, Tears for Fears. Let's go right now.